I could kiss you, I would. Do you guys remember the B movie? I had the B movie on DVD, had that on repeat. Let me know if we should watch the B movie on the main channel. But we have a video to watch today. The B movie, from Ken's perspective, is tragically hilarious. If you remember who Ken was the nigga that was getting cheated on by Barry D. Benson. Was getting his wife stolen, his wife rizzed on. You like jazz? By a B. I would hate to be him.
The movie is probably one of the strangest movies ever made, with its questionable messaging being that if you try to take back from the evil corporations in the world will end. So it's better to just let yourself be exploited so the world can keep on turning, I guess. But if you shift the perspective from the main character of the story,
I thought this was supposed to be like a kid's movie. That's a crazy dark behind twist. Like, I watched this movie when I was young, so I probably didn't pick up on everything, but what I did pick up on was that nigga was getting cheated on. That nigga for sure was getting cheated on by a B.
Story.
And I was here for it, I'm not gonna lie. I was rooting for Barry the whole time.
And instead focus on the secondary villain, it becomes a story about watching your girlfriend get seduced by a bee that nearly destroys the world. But to understand this, let me just put you in his shoes. So,
bro, if you really think about it, he always got that honey pack on him, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, that honey pack stay on the...
Imagine that you are Ken something. A normal, regular human in a normal, regular world. Right. You love tennis and yoga, two things that you like to do with your girlfriend, Vanessa. You also have a multitude of special skills, and you kind of have a bit of a competitive streak. But hey, that's just who you are. One day, though, you're playing tennis with Vanessa and you're absolutely smoking her. Just as you get to match point, you hear a cough and you get thrown off your game. And, well, that was just weird, wasn't it? Anyway, the weather takes a turn for the worse, so you and your friends head back to Vanessa's, which is probably the most aggressively 2000s thing about this movie, that a single person can afford a flat like this in New York City without needing to share. But that's just normal. But what isn't normal is your new resume. A fold-out brochure that you are super proud of and you want to show to all your friends because it is an innovation in of itself.
Even my top 10 favorite movies.
What's your number one? Star Wars?
Nah, not go for that.
Maybe after all these years you could finally get a job. I mean, every time you have a wonderful interview and...
When I walk out of a job interview, they're flabbergasted. They can't believe the things I say.
Clearly, they just can't handle how magnificent you are. And I mean, you are literally the guy that...
Yeah, I predicted global warming.
Wow, I ain't gonna lie. He was on to something, bro.
I can feel it getting hotter.
These scientists be damned. All they need to do is listen to you. Just as your friend is about to munch on his Cool Ranch flavored Doritos with guacamole dip, you see he's about to eat a bee. Of course, you and your friends are civilized creatures, so your immediate reaction is to kill the f***ing thing instantly, and there's only one way that you can do that.
Winter boots.
But just as you're about to...
Bro pulled out the Timbs. No, that just reminded me. Story time. I forgot how old I was, but I had my hair in braids, you know? Like the cornrows. The Jaden Smith, I wanna go home, the Karate Kid, you know? I remember waking up for school, like a normal day, I go into the bathroom. Like even on this bonnet, I have like a little stringy that like kind of like the bonnet's low-key falling apart, right? So the little string just hitting my neck, and I'm like, bro, it's annoying. So that certain day, I'm like, this string was hitting my neck kind of hard. And I'm like, what is going on? You know, so I'm brushing my teeth and everything. As I'm brushing my teeth, like this thing is hitting my neck profusely. I'm like, what is on the back of my neck going crazy? I reached back and connected to my bonnet string, my do-rag string, there was a bee. I don't know how it got there. I don't know if I was sleeping with the bee. I don't know if Barry B. Benson was trying to get in my ears, trying to rizz me up in the middle of the night. But I took that shit off and ran. I don't know how I didn't get stung. That was story time. That's pretty much it.
To win the day and kill the bee, Vanessa comes in and stops you. And I mean, like, that's weird, right? You're allergic to bees. She knows this. So it's either his life or yours. But okay, she thinks that a bee's life is worth the same as yours? Is that what she's implying? That you are the same worth as a literal insect? Well, she really doesn't think that highly of you, does she? Oh, but apparently it's because she thinks...
Dangerously, definitely allergic to bees, and she still is gonna save the bee. Like, she don't love you, bro. I'm not gonna lie, she don't love you. She don't.
all life has value, does it? Well, that's a noble sentiment, but she didn't have to rip up your brochure, mate. And yes, that is a word that you just invented, because why the hell not? And I mean, if you weren't just simmering over the fact that she just ripped up your brochure, mate, you would have seen her give the bee the bedroom eyes. Anyway, to make sure that your masculinity stays intact, you tell your friends. You weren't scared. You just didn't want a puffy face.
Bye, Vanessa.
Vanessa next week, yogurt night.
Yeah, sure, Ken. You know, whatever.
She kicks you out. Straight up. Gets rid of you. Like, whatever. So you go do your stuff. And I mean, it's very unclear what you actually do that isn't tennis and job hunting and yoga. So a week goes by and you go to Vanessa's shop to have yogurt night.
You attack at the point of weakness.
But it was my grandmother, Ken.
And I mean, Vanessa just does not understand. You're a winner. Doesn't matter if they're 18 or 80. You're going to take advantage of any weakness they have and crush them.
81.
Honey, her backhand's
Bro,
a
bite
joke.
the whole spoon.
I'm not gonna take advantage of that.
But that's when
Why
a
you sound
bee
like that?
says it's working. Like a talking bee, the same bee from before. And Vanessa is treating this like it's the most normal thing in the world. Oh god, hang on, not only does the bee talk, but she wants to help him sue the human race.
Hold on. You said look up who? You want me to look up? You said look up who? Hold on. You said look up. What was the purpose of me looking up that? See, this is why I don't listen to y'all.
Like, excuse me? Huh? And then she escorts you out of the shop. She wants to sacrifice yogurt night for a bee.
Oh,
Not yogurt
why
night.
is yogurt night so difficult?
So you walk home. Doesn't really
Wow.
seem like she cares about you all
No,
that
she
much when you
doesn't.
think
She
about it.
doesn't.
It's like she's just using you for your body and discards you the morning after all. When
Oh my gosh, bro. Were they married or they were just like engaged? Or were they just boyfriend and girlfriend? But like, bro, the fact she was doing all this for a freaking bee. She was trying to get stung for real or some shit. Bro, I'm telling you, that honey pack.
she has no use for you. And all you want to do is have a cute yogurt night and watch shit movies. It's a shame. All women think about is sex. But then one day you're strolling along and catch a TV on the sidewalk. You don't really watch the news unless it's something to do with Wimbledon because you think it's kind of cringe. But then you see that the bee is in the courtroom and they are actually suing the human race. But what you don't understand is why Vanessa is on the lawyer table with them, whatever that thing is called.
How
I
do
don't
you
know.
sue
And
the
not
entire human race?
with the audience. Huh? She's not a lawyer, she's a goddamn florist. Why is she there? But anyway, she's still supporting this beat. And that's something going on, isn't it? And you can smell it. And then they have the audacity to sue Sting for his name because it's offensive to them. Like, what? Like, okay, sure, why not? So you decide to go to Vanessa and get caught up in traffic. You were a bit late, but that's okay. She's probably waiting for you. But that's when you walk in at the two of them cheersing over a candlelit dinner and roses.
no.
Like, what
Oh, no.
the fuck?
Want all this to go to waste, so I called Barry. Luckily, he was free.
Call me. I'm your husband. We're supposed to be met. Like, call me. I'm here. Did you just forget I existed? Like what is up with her? What is up with her, bro?
Huh. You just happened to call the guy that you've been with for the last few days in the courtroom, and he just happened to be free. I mean,
that's
like,
fishy. That's fishy. And speaking on fish, I know you guys are hungry. I know you guys like to eat. Shout out to the sponsor, HelloFresh, for sponsoring today's video. Now, HelloFresh, if you guys don't know, is a subscription-based service that sends meals straight to your doors. Now, I've used HelloFresh in the past, and when I tell you, life changer. Not gonna lie. If you guys do spend money out, if you guys do like to DoorDash, stuff like that, and you want to save money, eat cleaner, I need you to check out HelloFresh. Make sure you use my link in the description. My code is POGHF155842. You get a free high protein item for life and up to 10 free meals. Let's go and check out what they have to eat on HelloFresh this week. Now look, they have so many options. Like if you're vegan, they have vegan options. If you want, you can customize this up to your liking and your diet and your style. Southwest steak fajita tacos, crispy eggplant over panini marinara, steakhouse beef tenderloin sandwiches, Bro, you can't tell me this doesn't look delicious. And they send all the ingredients too, and you can just go and cook it up, chop it up at your home. I'm not gonna lie, some meals take about 15 minutes. Some meals might take about 40 minutes. I promise you. Like me, I didn't know how to cook. Like I knew how to cook. I knew how to like make cereal and like eggs. They had the instructions right there in your face. Very easy, and the meals are delicious. I just want to say thank you again for HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. If you guys do want to support me or the channel, check it out. First link in the description. And if you DoorDash and stuff like that, you will save money doing this. You get more food, more bang for your buck, more food for your bucks. Yeah, shout out to HelloFresh.
Really giving him the bedroom lies. And like, what's next? Romantic flyovers? Honeymoon? You know what's going on here. This bee's trying to steal your girlfriend. And like, this is the bee that's trying to sue your race. This bee is ruining your life.
Ruining it.
So,
He's ruining
I hear
it.
you're quite a tennis player. I'm not much for the game myself. I find the ball a little grabby.
So then they have the audacity to say that eating with chopsticks is not a special skill. Like, come on, man, eating with chopsticks is hard.
I let Barry borrow your razor for his buzz.
I'm 22 years of age, and I still don't know how to use chopsticks. I've been taught multiple times. Forget 2 seconds after. Does anyone actually know how to use chopsticks? Because I really need like a how-to video. Can someone really? They be using chopsticks, right? And they be picking up rice with the chopsticks. You see how little one singular piece of rice is? Damn, it just fell on me. Damn, I can barely pick up rice with a fork. How do you expect me to operate chopsticks? That's a talent.
I hope that was all right.
You can teach me? Stop
And you
timing.
just cannot have that. And Vanessa had let it slip a few days ago that the bee's weakness is Italian Vogue. And just luckily, Vanessa had that lying around after finding that fact out. So you try to run a little cheeky 1v1 with a little turd, but it barely goes the way that you're expecting.
Something stinks in here!
I love the smell of flowers.
Turns out
What?
a bee is pretty nimble when you're trying to set it on fire.
Oh my gosh. He was trying to burn the whole house down.
But then you fall into the shower and you get a genius idea. Bees hate water. So you spray the little bastard and it falls in the toilet.
Well, well, well. A royal flush!
But then it learns to surf a nail
Flushed
file
away.
and splashes you in the face with water. Like, bear in mind that together those things barely displace water. So how they managed to produce that level of a splash, you don't know. But now you have to question everything. A few days ago, the world was normal. You were showing Vanessa how
Exactly.
great you are at tennis by ruthlessly destroying her mum. And now there's a talking bee taking your girlfriend and suing your species. And I
Crazy.
mean, at this point, you have to question whether or not, like, there's some kind of psychosis going on in the world. How is this normal? How are people just accepting a bee sue the human race? What?
Dirty yellow ring!
But that's when Vanessa comes in to save the bee, and she is taking his side, apparently. That's ridiculous. It's a bee. You are her boyfriend.
Time? What are you talking about? Are there other bugs?
And he's allergic. This nigga's allergic. He can die with that bee in his vicinity. And you don't care, you don't seem to care. Yo, drop her. Drop her. She's for the streets. She's for the bees. And the birds. And the squirrels. And whatever other insect animal thing she's into. Nah. Someone lock her up. Isn't that bestiality, my nigga? Isn't that bestiality? If we go
In your life?
No.
So you storm out, but not before you want to get your last word in.
I prefer sugar-free, artificial sweeteners made by man!
Yeah, they might give you cancer, and yeah, they could be worse for you than sugar, but hey, artificial sweeteners, they're the nuts. No wonder they're in just about everything. But you continue to watch the trial. You turn into a bit of a hate watcher. You watch this
I want
bee
sushi.
really doing its best to destroy everything. And they win from a literal smoking gun. Right. And I mean, it was close, all things considered, especially when the human lawyer got stung by one of the bee people, but they still won. Well, whatever, I guess. You didn't really like honey all that much anyways, so...
Take him out.
What?
But then, time passes, and the flowers, they start to die. And you
Damn.
sort of revel in that fact, because that bee
Nah, the world's
took away
ending.
Vanessa's livelihood. She definitely chose wrong. She could have had you and Yogurt Night, but now she gets bees and dead flowers. And I mean, like, what do they even talk about?
And then dead flowers. She's a florist, by the way. Dead flowers means No flowers means no money means you're broke. So you cheated with a B. Helped him sue the whole human race, killing off the entire planet's ecosystems and the infrastructures of the leaves and the trees, killing off your own shop. Now that's karma, bro. What did JoJo Siwa say? You should have known better. Oh my God, bro. That's karma. You came right, stung you right back in that butt.
Nectar, pollination techniques. How does that even work? How does the sex work? Does she use him like a bullet vibrator? How do they avoid? Oh, you know what? You don't want to think about that because that's not something you want to imagine. But then it gets worse. The flowers keep dying, and it looks like a world without bees is actually going to fall in on itself. But isn't this just like honeybees? Isn't there like a million of other species that also pollinate, like butterflies, hummingbirds, as well as a shitload of other insects? And the world is going to die because one species said they didn't want to do it anymore?
Well,
sure,
bees,
I guess.
Bro.
Why not?
I mean, I don't know exactly what other insects be insecting with the honeys and the pollens and stuff, but bees, like, that's their that's their realm. That's what bees do. That's pretty much like getting LeBron on the soccer field and then expecting him to show up like Messi. No, bro. It's not happening.
Right? So then you hear about the last ever flower show on the news, and I mean, well, that's just peachy, ain't it? The world is actually ending because your girlfriend caught feelings for a bee. How do you explain to someone that she literally chose somebody with a shorter expiry date than a yogurt? But then you hear that the bees took the pollen from the flower show and pollinated the world. And I mean, this wasn't like a gradual thing. This was like some basically instant magical bee shit or something. And then
Bee
literally
magic.
they all turn back to normal the same day. And you walk past Vanessa's shop and you see the bee in there. He ruined your life. He almost ruined the planet. He nearly destroyed her job. And he got the girl in the end. And the cherry on top, the bees live a couple months. So she's going to end up alone probably in a week or two, running a shop that almost didn't exist because of that bug. Well, I guess that's justice served, I guess. Anyway, Vanessa, enjoy your bee lover. Meanwhile, you'll be thriving with your yogurt, your tennis racket, and, well, who are you kidding? You're going to be crying into your Chobani watching the Wimbledon highlights next week.
Everything's not what it seems. She might have seemed like the good one. She was not. If she was folding for a B, if she was going for a B, nigga, if Drake hit up your bit, bro, she going. Damn. Nigga, Playboy Cardi hit up your bitch, she going. Damn. Nigga, if that ugly ass nigga Little Baby hit up your bit, she going. 4PF. I don't know what I just did. I did a heart. Because I'm in the video right now. Guys, if you guys are watching on YouTube, I have a main channel. It's called TheKidLaw. We watch movies and stuff. If you guys do want me to check out the B movie, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you should watch the B movie on the main channel. And also, I'm live on Twitch. Bye. Bye. Guys, say bye. Guys, say bye. We live every Friday. Also, thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring the video. Bye. Guys, say bye. We're saying bye. We're ending the video, guys. Oh, bye, guys. See you later.